this is probably one of my maybe last videos that I'm actually shooting here in this studio for now, because I'm hoping that soon we'll be doing some stuff out in the new studio that I think by the time the videos come out and we get to the end of this lovely year, that even though this video should be coming out a few weeks before the end of the year, it's probably one of the last videos that I'm actually shooting and that will be put out inside of 2025 till we get to the new studio. Anyways, that doesn't matter. We're totally off topic. We're off the rails. Anyway, today we've got something actually pretty exciting. And this is the Zhiyun Crane 4 gimbal. So now, if you're shooting with, let's say, heavier cameras like DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, or even cinema rigs, and you do want some, let's say, smooth cinematic footage, this may actually be exactly kind of what you've been waiting for. So, first off, what makes the Zhiyun Crane 4 special? Well, first off, it can actually handle some pretty serious weight, up to, I believe, around 13 kilograms or roughly 28 pounds. So that means you can easily mount, a full frame camera with some pretty big lenses, or a small cinema setup without having to worry about stability. And on top of that, it actually has a built-in 10-watt fill light, which is going to be perfect if you're shooting in some low light scenarios or just want some extra illumination, some extra light. And there's also a color touchscreen on the handle, so you can also adjust your balance, switch modes, and control the settings right from the gimbal itself. Plus, it connects via Bluetooth for wireless shutter control, and the battery in here can last up to 12 hours on a single charge. And really, the gimbal isn't that expensive, which is awesome. So this gimbal is really designed, I think, for creators who are serious about video production. And if you're someone who's shooting documentaries, you're doing run and gun travel videos, or any kind of project where you need that professional level of stabilization, especially if you're someone that uses like heavier cameras, then I think the Crane 4 could definitely be one of the gimbals that you should seriously consider. Now, before we even open the box, if you're mostly someone who shoots lightweight, like mirrorless cameras, or just does casual vlogging, this may actually be more gimbal than you may actually need. It's incredible, but again, it was built for heavier setups and professional use. So for smaller rigs, you may actually want to find a gimbal that may be a bit lighter, because there are lots of them out there. And you know what? Just because it may not be something that you necessarily require. Like for me, a lot of times I shoot with an A7C. It's not overly heavy. Do I need this? Probably not. Probably overkill. But if I really kitted a system up, this may definitely come in handy. So anyways, we're going to crack open the box, see what comes in it. Then I'm going to actually just go out for a little bit of the day and play around with it just to kind of see how it performs. And then we'll step back and continue the video. Anyways, this is the box. This is the box here. It barely fits on my table. I'm getting a new table with my new setup. I've got the new table already. It is raring to go. My guess, my hope, it comes in yes. It comes like it better come in some kind of case. That's all I can say. It's got to come in a case. But look at that. That's a lovely case, isn't it? Isn't that a lovely case? There's no doubt you know who this is from. Zhiyun, right there. Lovely. Yes. Anyways, we're gonna crack that open. Even I don't know if you guys can see that. Even the zipper, right? It's got like I'm not gonna say it's waterproof, but it's got a nice water resistant, I'd say, zipper on it. Nice pull handles or pull tabs, whatever you want to call that on there. First off, you have this side. Yes, this side right here. This side is gonna come with all kinds of scalp. Yeah. So you get a little baggie here. This baggie has looks like your fill light, plus an enormous amount of cables. I'm guessing this is all the cables that you need to plug your camera in, have your fill light, charge it, etc., etc. Because it looked like all like USBs. Then you have this little section, which has manual, your camera plate, your little adjustment with all of your different screws, depending on what you're actually plugging this into. What else do you have in here? You have a product, service, and support, because he doesn't need support. chances are good I'll need it at some point. And last but not least, we have, I like that this too, right? It has these nice little, I don't know if you can see that. It has these nice little Velcro on there. So once it closes, it's not just this stretchy materials. It actually has a Velcro. Ready? Yeah, Velcro. This side, we have a bag that should have been in a bigger one. Anyways, this is your full size plate. Yeah, full size plate that goes there. It's a nice plate, and it looks like you have some possible silica gel. Anyways, goes back in a lot easier than it coming out. Just so you know. Flip this. Ooh, yes. You guys can't see it, can you? No, that is nice, and for some reason that is kind of pretty. Anyways, what I find cool about this one, and I know that it does. There's that fill light. Yes, look at that. That's fancy. Anyways, this is going to be your little tripod base. This is it. It's got little tie down straps to make sure this is set in place. You got a few of them here. That's got some weight to it. So yes, just realize, like, again, if you're someone that wants a running gun and you're not carrying around like a big camera that requires a big motor in it to be able to handle and stabilize a big camera, then this has got some weight to it. So even if you put a mirrorless on here, one of the thoughts are, did I need to get a gimbal this big, right? This powerful, because it's got definitely got some weight to it for sure. But if you're someone that says, for now, this is what I need, but my intent is to grow into it, then, it's even better. So this simple right here. Yes. Oh, this just turned on. Look right there. And I like that this is off to the side, which is where you're not, a lot of them are down here. I like that this is over here. This is probably just being like, hey, you have no weight on this. And you know what? You're right. Touch screen. Yes, English. There you go, right? Your mode, your balance, your info, your settings, your battery power. Was your power off to the side. There's your lock and unlock for when you're going to balance this and actually get, that may be why it's yelling at me too, because again, everything's locked in place, right? So you can just lock that so it's where it's supposed to be. This, to be able to move all this, there's your USB ports. Kind of tells you what the ports are for right beside it, which is nice. Again, all the lock. This thing has got some weight. I'm quite just like, yep, that's weighty for sure. There's your Crane 4 up there. Yes. Shows all that info, which is super nice. I'm gonna actually try this, I think, with I'm not sure. Probably with my A7C is probably what I'm going to try this with, just to go out and play around with it. But you see here, on here, right there, I thought there was a what do they call it? Something you can get. Maybe it's a bigger kit, because I think these come in different kits. So you can, I believe, get a kit that has like a wrist guard on it. So once you're holding it like this, there'll be a guard that comes so you can rest the gimbal on your wrist, like on this area here, so that it helps stabilize it. Plus, this is something that, to be honest, you could take like a tripod handle, screw it in here, so that you could actually have the ability to hold up here, right? So then you could get those shots depending on how you're moving. So you get that even extra layer of stabilization. So I think that's kind of cool too. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna take this out. We're gonna power this off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just play with it for the afternoon, take it out, get some shots, do some walking around with it, see how it functions, and then we'll come back. And of course, I'll give you my thoughts on what I think of this super nice gimbal. Super nice. Okay, so we got the gimbal over here. If you guys see it, okay. And to give, it may be echoing here, but you may see I have a fairly big lens on there. Definitely much bigger than I think a lot of smaller gimbals would be able to handle. So this is actually 18 to 400 Tamron on my R7. So it's just one of the heavier combos that I could kind of think of. You guys may also see right there, and there's the little light that you can turn on if you so choose. But nice big screen. Again, you may be able to see, right? Here's the screen down here. Kind of go through it. You can do a balanced setup and all that kind of stuff on there, which is good. But, just even right here, like it's it's very steady, So no questions that this would handle the weight. And like I said, I do believe they have extra attachments where you can get something like a wrist guard and you can get like a tripod handle up here, depending on the kit that you get. But, just so you guys can see, I'll just kind of turn it on. And, it's wide, but not, crazy wide. So let me make sure I'm in we'll just kind of go into a nice little auto mode. There we go. Good old auto for here. Okay, well, I'll do a record. I'm pretty sure I'm at, full wide on this one. So hit record button. You're recording there. And you should be able to get an idea, right? Like you are doing just some nice shots toward this window, for instance. Now, I don't know, great user of the gimbals, but this, of course, is with no like stabilization on the lens. So better people will do a better job, but it has no problems with the weight, for sure, right? Which is really, I think, what's most important. Is it's going to be able to handle the weight, and as you can see here, no problems at all. The real problem is me handling the weight. That's the issue. All right, let's go back inside and kind of talk about the Crane 4. All right, well, I'm back and I've been out playing with this. Of course, you've seen what comes in the box, and I've actually gone out and got some shots lined up to show you guys that I've taken over the day, just to show you how the Crane 4 actually handles some, actual movement and usage, and also demonstrate how this, well, just how it works in actual action. With a, I want to say, somewhat heavier camera. It's not going to be a crazy heavy, but heavy enough. And I also made sure all the stabilization that was built into the lens and camera were turned off. So this is completely stabilized from the gimbal itself. So you have some stabilization. Maybe you'll get even better because you turn that on. So I did have the chance to spend a little bit of time with the Crane 4. And, here's my take on it. If you're serious again about video production and working with heavier cameras, or you have, let's say, a cinema setup, this gimbal is definitely a powerhouse. The 13-kilogram payload that it has, the long battery life, the built-in fill light, and the touchscreen all make this an incredibly versatile and definitely an easy to work with gimbal that you can just kind of pick up and get going. But that said, if your setup again is lighter, like a small mirrorless or let's say a vlogging rig, or again, if portability is your top priority, then this may not be the right fit. It's powerful, but definitely designed for a more professional rig for sure. Overall, I think if you want pro level stabilization and you want that freedom to be able to mount bigger setups on this without any kind of compromise, then the Crane 4 should definitely be something that you look at and should definitely be on your radar. Especially if you're someone that wants to buy a gimbal, let's say right now, but has thoughts that they may get into a bigger setup, or maybe you have a camera like whatever, a full frame Canon or Sony or Nikon or whatever you have, and you really want to build it up, right? So you want to be able to put like a matte box on it, and you want to put a big lens on it, and you want to put a monitor on it, and you want to put a microphone on it, and you want to put, and all of a sudden its weight gets a lot bigger. Then I think this may be a really good option just to have something that you won't just kind of buy and then grow out of, right? This will be a gimbal that I think you can buy now. And if you do have that grandeur, like that thought of growing into that professional league, it'll kind of grow with you, right? So I think that's really great. And, price wise, it's not that it's super inexpensive, but it's not over the top either. For a gimbal like this, with what it has inside it and what it does and the weight that it carries, I think it's very, very reasonably priced for sure. Anyways, I will put links down below where you guys can take a look at the Crane 4. And that's it. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and let me know if you've tried the Crane 4, what setup you're using it with, and tell me your thoughts or tell us your thoughts. Yeah. All right. Um, that's all. I'm out. Later.